From the NMSU Department of Journalism and Media Studies in collaboration with KRWG, this is the student-produced News 22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Elijah Carvales.
And I'm Mikey Tonko, and welcome back for our final newscast of the semester. First, we come to you with an update of the pedestrian killed Saturday morning in a traffic collision.
Yes, he's been identified as 32-year-old Julio Carro of Doña Ana County. The incident happened at about 7 in the morning on Saturday when Carro was traveling southbound on Trevice Drive between Film Street and Choya Road near the NMSU campus. Alcohol does not appear to have been a factor in the crash, and at this time, there are no pending criminal charges involving the driver of the other vehicle, who remained at the scene and was fully cooperative. Las Cruces police are also investigating a train pedestrian collision that killed a man last Wednesday.
That's right, Elijah. The incident happened shortly before 2 p.m. Wednesday, November 26th. Police and fire were dispatched to report of a man who was struck by a northbound BNSF train near the 1700 block of South Main Street. First responders declared the man deceased on scene. Police have not yet released the man's name, but we will keep you updated as more information becomes available. 4 teenagers are facing charges for allegedly robbing a gun store this past weekend.
It happened around 2 a.m. on Saturday at Strikers Shooting World. Police say 6 to 8 teenage boys used a stolen car to smash through the east side gate and roll-up door to break into the store. Police detained the 4 teenagers on Monday and recovered a warrant, several stolen guns. The 3 of the suspects, who were 14 and 15, were charged with aggravated burglary with a deadly weapon and 6 other charges. A 16-year-old faces the same charges plus 1 count of receiving stolen property. And teenagers with guns are becoming a big problem here in New Mexico.
That's right. Statistics show a child or teenager will be arrested and charged with possessing a firearm on 3 out of 4 days in New Mexico. The Albuquerque schools alone have caught students with guns in school 10 times this academic year. According to the governor's senior public safety advisor, juvenile crime has become a point of contention for New Mexicans, especially after the Young Park mass shooting in Las Cruces earlier this year. And wow, it's been really chilly last few days, hasn't it?
It definitely has.
And Corey, what do you have for us for our weather?
Well, yeah, it's chilly. It's going to get chilly, or it's going to stay chilly. Thankfully, here in New Mexico, it won't be so bad as the rest of the country. But let's first just check out the live look outside at Corbett Center. As you can see, it's pretty dark. We can see a little bit of cars going by. And if you get a chance to check out the supermoon, it'll be peaking on Thursday, but it's still pretty bright and pretty tonight. So check that out if you get the chance. But let's check out our local conditions. So right now we're checking out, the skies are going to be clear. The temperature is 54 degrees at the moment. The wind is coming in from the west at 7 miles per hour. Humidity is 28%. The dew point is 27 degrees. And the barometer is 29.95 inches and dropping. And then the average temperature today was 55 degrees with a high of 63 degrees and a low of 37 degrees. And then the record temperature was in 1995. They were looking at 75 degrees on this December 2nd. And then it was only 13 degrees in 1979. We had no rain today, but we're finally looking at just over 9.5 inches for the yearly rainfall. That's all for now. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Corey. The holiday season is here, which means it's time to watch out for porch pirates. Porch pirate is the term used for someone who steals packages that were delivered to the front door or porch of a home. The Las Cruces Police Department has tips to prevent thefts. Track deliveries and try to be home when they're delivered. Request electronic notification when the delivery is made. Create a concealed drop-off zone or use a lockbox. And finally, use a camera that notifies you of motion. And here's Diego Gallegos with more on how SNAP challenges have affected Las Cruces food banks.
Thanks, Mikey. Now, the start of November became a difficult one after the government shutdown meant SNAP benefits could be taken away. A Las Cruces food pantry started seeing changes as people looked for ways to balance food and their money. News 22's Raven Villarreal has a story.
The shutdown created challenges for food distributors in New Mexico. Bianca Menchaca, Deputy Director of Casa de Peregrinos, says more people have been showing up.
Which we were serving 250, now we're serving around 450 a day, equaling out to almost 1,000 people a week, and that has been unheard of since probably the pandemic.
The uncertainty about SNAP benefits not only caused problems for families, but also for food pantries alike.
SNAP cuts have had major effect on the people that we serve. And that affects us because the more people that come, the more difficult it is. You know, we are limited on funding, on what we can actually do.
Thank you. Have a good day.
November has indeed been a rocky start for those who have lost SNAP benefits, but things can still look up for those that are unsure of what to do.
We're here to help you. We're here to make you feel family, and we're here to support one another. It doesn't matter if we're going to a federal shutdown, a pandemic, or it's an everyday need that we need.
New Mexico is one of the states that appropriated money to cover SNAP while the federal government was shut down. And people in Las Cruces have stepped in to help.
I want to thank our donors and the people that have been holding food drives for us. And especially I want to thank our partners like Roadrunner Food Bank, the City of Las Cruces, Doña Ana County, the state of New Mexico for really stepping up.
When it reopened, the state money was used to make sure New Mexicans received their SNAP benefits on time. Raven Villalien, News 22.
And thanks to Raven for that report. Now, with the holiday season still in full effect, people are still trying to find ways to put food on their table. That inspired a woman here in Las Cruces to set up a personal food pantry to help those in need. Stocking the shelves and checking expiration dates, Amber Lynn prepares her porch for some nightly visitors.
And the response has been crazy. Like, people are adding their friends or sending my page to people because people really needed this resource.
The recent threats from the Trump administration to end SNAP food assistance benefits,
daughter would eat it and she wouldn't know. She didn't touch
and conversations with neighbors helped push her to set up this resource.
With the whole EBT struggle, I mean, who's to say if we're going to get EBT next month? The people who do, right? I mean, I was told that there was a mom who didn't know how she was going to make food for her kids for the next week the day I opened the pantry.
But as much as it has helped provide for people, it's also served as a place to bring the community together.
I feel like there's just not enough resources out there with people to have the ability to help. I think if more people want to help, come forward or start something, because it's amazing that the community is just waiting for it to be started in order for it to kind of keep going along.
Now, from perishables to toiletries, Amber Lynn's pantry has it all, which during a time where SNAP benefits are being threatened and the holiday seasons are quickly approaching, it's a massive help. And the pantry is much more personal.
I'm only one person and it was too much. And here it's just like you can pick what you need. So this was a little bit more welcoming.
The message from Amber is not to be ashamed if you need the help.
But that community has become friends, has become like family, you know, and I like to hear their stories, and I just feel like you don't have to be ashamed. Nobody's watching you. Nobody cares that you're here. Like, come and get what you need.
Amber's pantry has not only helped the community, but helped keep its stomachs and hearts full.
As long as people understand it.
Now, Amber Lynn's pantry is open every day from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Follow her on Facebook at amber.lynn434675 for more information. Now stay tuned because Corey will be back with your national weather forecast.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Hankins. To celebrate 40-plus years of Bob Ross on television, we're doing something special. In the Best of the Joy of Painting series, I'm presenting Bob's final unseen masterpieces exclusively to public television. These are paintings he created in preparation for episodes he didn't get to record, and I'm pleased to be able to share them with you. Please tune in as the joy continues.
Saturday morning at 8 on KRWG-Public Media.
Why do we travel? Good point. It's not just to find recipes, it's to learn something new about how to cook and how to think about cooking.
You go all over Italy looking for this mythical dish.
But it's all the unexpected things that make the trip worth the journey.
In the next few minutes, it may be the end of my culinary career, or it'll be some culinary sleight of hand. Ta-da!
This is why you travel, people.
Saturday at 4:30 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
Corey on that search party too. What do you got to tell us about weather?
Well, I will say there's been a couple of cold fronts moving in, so they might be blowing in some bears over from the UK, but mostly we're just looking at some cold weather here. Right here you can check out this kind of raspberry area. This is going to be a cold front that just came from last week in the Midwest region, and now they're looking at another cold front next week. They could be expecting some record-breaking cold temperatures over the next week. Other than that, it's pretty much business as usual in the country. You can see we're looking at 42 degrees in Las Vegas, looking at like 30 degrees over in the capital, so pretty typical temperatures across the country. But if we check out the next map that we got, you can see the snowfall forecast that we're expecting over the next couple of days. So right away you can see that here in Denver they're going to be getting a lot of snow, upwards of 5, maybe 12 inches of snow. It'll be hitting from southern New Mexico all the way up to Boise in Idaho. And then they'll also be looking at a storm over in the Great Plains region, in the Great Lakes region. So we'll be getting some snow over here in Maine, New England, and then all the way down into West Virginia as well. Ending on a slightly more exciting note, less sad, depressing note, depending on if you like cold weather. The fall foliage is peaking here in the Southwest. So as you can see, well, our corner of the Southwest. So from California across the southern part of the country at the moment, we can see the peak golden leaves in the area. And if you happen to get a chance to come by campus, it's some of the prettiest leaves I've seen also, all semester. But that's it for the local or the national weather. Come back after this break.
Get ready as Bridget, Julia, and the rest of the gang explore new recipes, new gadgets, equipment, and ingredients. It's a great new season of America's Test Kitchen.
Saturday at 4 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
In-depth conversations on arts and issues with Fresh Air. Weekday mornings at 11 on KRWG-FM and streaming live on krwg.org.
We're here in Washington to find out what comes next.
Not only at home, but around the world.
They're preparing for what might be coming.
Our correspondents give you the full story.
For a global perspective, join us on BBC World News America.
It's a brand new season of Cook's Country.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
I'm in my happy place right now.
Join us for the latest season of Cook's Country.
Saturday at 3:30 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
And welcome back to News 22. Let's check out the temperatures in New Mexico today. So it's pretty chilly as we've been talking about. So we're looking at 37 degrees in Farmington, 36 degrees in the capital city, a little bit warmer in Clovis at 49 degrees, always warmer in Roswell at 54 degrees today. It's going to be 44 degrees in Albuquerque. Today. It was 44 as well in Ruidoso today, 54 degrees in Las Cruces today, and it was 56 in Deming today. And now let's check out the temperatures tomorrow. We're looking at a little bit of cooler temperatures as well. It's going to be 38 degrees in Farmington tomorrow. 41 degrees is the high in Santa Fe tomorrow, and they are expecting a couple inches of snow there as well tomorrow. It's going to be 50 degrees in Albuquerque as the high, 41 degrees in Gallup, and then we're looking at warmer temperatures in the south, 57 in Ruidoso, 58 in Roswell, and 63 in Deming. So checking out the local area as well, Alamogordo is going to be expecting 42 degrees tonight, partially cloudy, and then tomorrow, slight chance of rain, high of 63 degrees. And then checking out Truth or Consequences, same situation. It's going to be a little bit cloudy tonight, low of 35 degrees, and then slight chance of evening showers tomorrow, high of 62. And then checking out Silver City, we're looking at a low of 33 degrees tonight, clear skies, and then a high of 53 tomorrow, partially cloudy skies. And then lastly, here in Las Cruces, it's going to be 37 degrees tonight, partially cloudy, and then tomorrow we're looking at a nice 64 degrees, partially cloudy as well. That's all for the local temperatures. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Corey. It's finally here, our own ice skating rink right here in Doña Ana County.
And I'm so excited that indoor ice rink will be open until mid-February, which means we have 2 months to skate to our heart's desire. The rink is open from 5 to 9 in the afternoon, but make sure you check skatedoñaanaicedays.com for that full schedule. The ice skating rink will be at the Southern New Mexico State Fairgrounds for the holiday season fun for you and the whole family. Comes at $11 per person, including skates.
And Mikey, I know that story takes you back to your ice skating
Really
days
does,
for sure.
yes. And speaking of sports, Diego Gallegos is up next.
Thanks, guys. Well, I'm back, and yes, we were talking some sports. And today, the Aggies took a trip to Cancun to continue their basketball winning streak. You can toss that remote because News 22 Sports is next.
Buckle up for Motor Week's 45th anniversary season. We'll have the here and now, expert car and car care advice, plus a fun look in the rearview mirror. Join me, John Davis, for Motor Week 45.
Saturday at 12:30 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
On Ask This Old House, we help homeowners across the country tackle small projects
It looks great.
that deliver a big impact. Real problems, real solutions. Join us for a brand new season of Ask This Old House.
Saturday at 1:30 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
For the win! He got it!
Welcome back. I'm Diego Gallegos, and let's talk some sports. Now, the Aggie basketball team continued their winning streak this weekend, taking a sunny vacation to Mexico. Must be nice. Now, instead of chowing down on some turkey, the Aggies beat the Georgia State Panthers 77-58, improving their record to 6-0 on the season. Now, last time the Aggies had such a dominant start to the season was 56 years ago in 1969 when they made the Final Four. Maybe that's destiny. Now, as we speak, the Aggies are taking on South Alabama and Katy, Texas. Can they keep the streak alive? Now, from the court to the track, the Aggies are outsmarting the competition as Amanda Radava was named to the Conference USA All-Academic team today. A native of Grobina, Latvia, Radava holds a 3.94 GPA in her first season as an Aggie. In addition to her academic excellence, she helped the Aggies claim a couple of team titles at the New Mexico State-hosted Laurie Fitzgerald Memorial Open and the Dave Murray Invitational in Tucson, in addition to an individual title in Arizona. Go Aggies! Now, the Artesia Bulldogs came out on top in a hard-fought state championship game, beating the Roswell Coyotes 25-24 on Saturday. Now, both teams traded big plays all afternoon, making this one of the most competitive title games these rivals have ever played. This year marks the third straight time that they've met in the finals. Artesia won it in 2023, Roswell then came back in 2024, and this year's tiebreaker did not disappoint. The win secures Artesia's 33rd state title, extending one of the most dominant football traditions in New Mexico.
You come to this town, the traditions, football is, it's a culture. You know, that's what our boys do. We come, they come, and they play football. Like, it unites our town. It makes our community. That's what Artesia Bulldog football does.
Now, the Bulldogs celebrated with family and fans, wrapping up another classic rivalry. And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow. Still ahead on News 22, Corey will be back. Take a look at your 5-day weather forecast.
Having aired in the U.S. and internationally for over 3 decades, Wailana Yoga helped pioneer the modern-day yoga movement. With her clear and authentic instruction set against spectacular scenic backdrops and uplifting music, Wailana makes yoga easily accessible and enjoyable for people of all backgrounds and experience levels.
Sunday morning at 6:30 on KRWG Public Media.
Fresh, traditional, original, the finest quality, and always tasty. Products that define a culinary culture and one of the greatest food capitals of the world. Follow the trails to Oishi, Tokyo on NHK World Japan.
Thursday at 2 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
Let's take a look at our top stories.
4 teens were charged after breaking into a local gun store on Saturday. They are part of a larger trend that says teens in New Mexico will be charged with possession of a gun 3 out of 4 days. And finally, one woman set up a pantry on her own front porch. That pantry is open every day from 7 in the morning to 9 in the evening. And speaking of coats, Corey, what do you have for our 5 weather forecast?
Well, hey, actually, this next week, we probably won't need many coats. It'll be a little breezy tomorrow, a couple of showers on Thursday, but for the most part, it's going to be warm and sunny for the weekend. Lows in the 30s, though, so take your coat if you're going on an evening walk. That's all for the weather.
And that's all for News 22 Tuesday. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight.
Tune in tomorrow night for more news, but don't go too far because Yureli Junjia is next with more news on Noticias 22 en Español. I'm Elijah Carvales.
And I'm Mikey Talco, and from the whole News 22 cast, Elijah, Corey, Diego, and myself, we wish you a wonderful night.
This news brief en español is brought to you by Noticias 22. La información más completa de Nuevo México, El Paso y la frontera. Noticias 22.
Buenas tardes, es un gusto estar con ustedes. Mi nombre es Yureidi Chinchilla y estas son las breves de hoy en Noticias 22. Peatón falleció el sábado por la mañana en un accidente de tráfico. Él ha sido identificado como Julio Caro, de 32 años de edad, del condado Doña Ana. El accidente ocurrió alrededor de las 7 de la mañana del sábado, cuando Caro circulaba cerca del campus de NMSU al sur de Travis Drive. El alcohol no parece haber sido un factor determinante en el accidente y por el momento no hay cargos penales pendientes contra el conductor del vehículo, quien permaneció en el lugar del accidente y cooperó plenamente. 4 adolescentes están siendo acusados por presuntamente robar una tienda de armas este fin de semana. El robo ocurrió alrededor de las 2 de la madrugada del sábado en Strikers Shooting World, tienda de armas. Según la policía, entre 6 y 8 adolescentes utilizaron una Kia Ford roja robada para entrar a la tienda. Un agente de la policía de las Cruces que se encontraba cerca descubrió el robo tras la huida de los sospechosos. La policía detuvo a 4 adolescentes el lunes y ejecutó una orden de registro para recuperar varias armas de fuego. 3 de los sospechosos, entre 14 y 15 años, fueron acusados de robo agravado con arma mortal. Un cuarto joven de 16 años enfrenta los mismos cargos, además de un adicional por recibir bienes robados valorados en más de $2.500. Eso es todo por hoy. No olviden seguirnos en Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Que tengan muy bonita noche.